Okay, welcome everyone to the Zerino Zone. And this is attempt number 21 of recording my voice for scientific purposes. I did not come back so soon as I thought because I had some problems for like 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks, right? So yeah, I am not at liberty to discuss these problems, so let's just get right on to it. Today we're supposed to go after vitality potions. Are they called vitality potions or potions of vitality? Potions of vitality. So yeah, we're going to be going after these two dungeons, the Cursed Library and the Abyss of Demons. Hopefully we can get them soon, otherwise we're gonna spend like 40 minutes here. Because the Abyss of Demons is quite long, the Cursed Library has 2 parts, which means I gotta rerun the dungeon. So yeah. First things first, let's open the Werewolf Cub pet skin. Not open, but use it. Successfully unlocked. Perfect. Let's open and hatch, this penguin egg. What penguin are you going to be? Just a regular penguin. Hello, regular penguin. You're not what I'm looking for, so be gone. So yeah, state of my nose. I got it to be less suspicious today. Cleaned it properly. And my throat is a little bit weird. It's wanting to cough up very much. So I'll try to keep it under control. So let's see. We had 2 rounds. Gargoyle, which is just open, and Blob. Let's go to Blob. Should be some people in the middle, yeah. Okay, so Abyss Demons, Cursed Library. Abyss Demons dropped by the White Demons. And Cursed Library is dropped by the Beholders. I'm going to do my best to find them and drop their dungeons. And we'll get some vitality potions. Potion of vitality. There you go, there's a beholder, the big guy there. Didn't drop sadly. Another one. Oh yeah, it's gonna take a while to get the dungeons, and they are kind of long. I think vitality takes the longest to max out of the 6 main stats. Well, not main stats, but 6 stats. Because of the length of the dungeons. Quite some beholders here. Man of the Mortal is not what I'm looking for. I think I forgot something. I don't have music on. We'll do that once we find one in dungeons. That was a white demon, so that's what we're looking for. And yeah, white demons and beholders. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the dungeons until we get to them. The Abyss of Demons is quite dangerous. I have never rushed an Abyss of Demons. Not even with full-on powerful characters. Because the demons there can be very dangerous. It's a dungeon that is quite long to complete. Sometimes you think you're going on the right path, but then the game shows you otherwise. So you gotta do some searching there to see if you get the right path. Dragon, the rock dragon actually. I do remember it used to be called the Eye of the Dragon at some point. There you go, Cursed Library. Let's do that one first then. It's got some modifiers, but it shouldn't be an issue. And you'll have more defense, their projectile will have more lifetime, but okay, so Cursed Library. You have some, well, I was going to say beheaded, but it's more like be-eyed beholders. Their eyes have been plucked out. You have the hand which play rock, paper, and scissors with you. They can be quite dangerous, as you can see. And the gist of the Cursed Library is that you have two bosses. One, the main boss, which is Avalon the Archivist. I need to pay attention not to my phone because it's pinging, but to the game. So you have Avalon the Archivist, which is the main boss. And you also have the, what's it called? Nightmare Phantom, something like that. I know it's Phantom, I don't know what the adjective is. Oh, the one thing I did say I was going to do, but I didn't. Let's get some music on. The basic music, so yeah, you have the beholders without eyes. Their eyes are just walking around trying to inflict darkness upon you. And you, oh, so the second boss, since we're talking about it, I have to activate these pressure plates. They're red, you step on them, they become blue. I do want to not find all the pressure plates before getting to the first boss. So yeah, let's just focus on going straight to the boss. There was Enlightened Beholder. It can drop the potion of defense that you can see. The maze indicates we are going on the right path. About dungeon generation, if you find the maze, you're going in the right direction to find the first boss, the main boss, Avalon. But the maze is quite complicated to navigate through. Oh, there's a pressure plate of the maze. The maze always has a pressure plate. There will never be without something to do in the maze. About pressure plates, there are no dead ends in this dungeon per se, because every path will have either the main boss or the pressure plates for the second boss. Boop. Yeah, some enemies, well, the hands specifically, they will drop worms that will sicken you if you step on them. Sick being a very dangerous status effect to inflict on yourself, so be on the lookout for them. These red guys, they slow. They can be quite annoying when you're trying to rush the dungeon. I'm not gonna try to rush the dungeon because I want to show what the enemies do. Even if I don't explain it, you can see more or less what their AI is. Excuse me, I. Oh yeah, so the be-eyed beholder also drops the, they call maggots, worms, something like that. So yeah, sick is a very dangerous status effect to have. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me for a moment. The sneeze didn't come. I am very sad about it. Oh yeah, these guys with the crescent shots, they go invisible once you do enough damage to them. This bookworm heals the enemies that you try to fight, but not itself, which is kind of weird. Yeah, these guys right here, they go invisible, and then you have to find where they are. mainly through their shots, because their shots aren't invisible, thankfully. Invisible shots in this game have been a very dangerous point at some point. Well, wait, well, good choice of words. Point at some point. In the timeline of the game, they have been dangerous creature at some point. So okay, here we are at the boss. Excuse me, thank you. So the boss starts in the middle, and you have this kind of 3x3 space to fight it. It is a very unique space, but when you approach the boss, he either goes left or right from the middle row, but he always goes up after, so we can kind of predict where he's going. Like so. We can get some good damage in. And he throws these books there at you. Some of them daze, some of them stun. I think the ones directly from the boss stun, but the ones from the books right there, they daze. Some of the few minions to fight for him, but there shouldn't be much problem unless they are these slow minions. I did not know there was silence in this fight. You learn something new every day, I guess. He also armor breaks himself. So yeah, you will get a wisdom and a vitality potions. Potion of wisdom, potion of vitality from him, guaranteedly. You can get, I know you can get tier 5 rings, which is good to farm since you can get the tier 5 ring of exalted health. The 5 rings are called exalted. And right after you defeat the boss, you will get the markings for the pressure plates. They are kind of useless to be marked on the map because you can just you just need to go everywhere in the dungeon to find all the pressure plates. As I said before, there are no dead ends. You will always find something useful, either the pressure plates or the main boss. But yeah, they are marked over there. At least you know how many you have to go. How many you have to step on still. And you need then to free the Realm Eye, because as you could see in the chat, the Realm Eye implores us. Find the current pressure plates around the library. The root of this curse has me captive. Yeah, the Realm Eye is a powerful entity on the realm. He knows everything about the realm. You can actually ask him about some stuff. I know some stuff, well, quite some stuff hasn't been programmed for him to answer. But you can ask about dungeons, you can ask about items, you can ask about enemies. I don't know if you can ask about classes, but he's a good source of knowledge. You can also find the same knowledge on the realmeye.com page on the web, on the internet, which is good because it is a wiki of the game. I think it's supported by Deca itself, the developer of the current developer of the game. I think, I'm not sure about this, do not quote me on that. But yeah, it contains all the information about the realm. The website at least, but here in game. In which my chamber has opened. Hurry, make your way back to the entrance. So we need to go back to where we started. Which means going through the maze again. If you haven't found the pressure plates as yet, this is the time. Oh wait, if you already got the message, that means you already found the pressure plate. Smart! I don't remember leaving you here, but we'll go with the flow. Corruption Fenton, not Nightmare Fenton. Boom, we're gonna fight the Corruption Fenton now. Can I cover over? Thank you, Corruption Fenton. There you go. Corruption Fenton is kind of dangerous, way more dangerous than the main boss, way more dangerous than Avalon. So, the thing you want to avoid the most are the shots from Corruption Fenton itself, because they sicken you. And you have to fight the minions to be able to fight the Corruption Fenton. If you get too much you take too much damage, you can find protection here away from them. And then you go right back into battle. Excuse me. The good gameplay I have found for this is you have to be the opposite of the Corruption Fenton. So you get some space to dodge. And also if you circle the minions, they're kind of dumb, they can't do much against you. Except these shots that are just floating around. After you defeat 1, 2, 3, and 4 minions at a time, you will be able to defeat Corruption Fenton, and all it does is this. It just goes around and around. And you have to shoot it. Not very difficult, but can be very dangerous. You'll drop a guaranteed potion of vitality and sometimes a potion of attack. And here it is, the Realm Eye, with his floating book of knowledge. Thank you for freeing me, mortals. I am the Eye of the Realm, spectator since ancient times. These cursed tests must not leave the library, but I will gladly impart some wisdom if you wish. Tell me what it is you'd like to know more about. How about we try the Abyss of Demons? The depraved depths of the Abyss were made by Archdemon Malthus. At first it was nothing more than a personal shelter, but soon became the home of many demons. Those of the wicked are disposed of in the realm's lava fissures, left to endure an agonizing eternity together. Strictly speaking, Archdemon Malthus is the ruler of these lesser demons since he created the chambers, but in reality he suffers just as much as him. And then he thanks you once he's talked about it some bits, and just vanishes, leaving a portal to the realm. We thank the Realm Eye for providing some knowledge, and now we are going to look for it itself, the Abyss of the... Oh! There is a prisoner here. I'll take this opportunity to fight it. Oh, I guess we will not have the opportunity to fight it so because we're going to Oryx Castle. Well, I'm not going to Oryx Castle because I want to find the Abyss of Demons. I'll explain Oryx Castle in another time. Let's just proceed to Gargoyle, where we will find Abyss of Demons, hopefully. There's a Headless Horseman. Have I told you about the counterpart of the Headless Horseman? The Horseless Headman? Quite exciting to see. It doesn't exist in the realm, but it's out there somewhere. So yeah, Abyss of Demons. We need to find the Abyss of Demons, where we will fight our Demon Malthus as Realm Eye. Hey, shit. Where the Realm Eye has informed us. As the Realm Eye has informed us. The Abyss of Demons is a very dangerous place. It's categorized as 4 difficulty, but honestly, if you try to rush it, it becomes way harder than that. I am getting some pots. Well, why is the Abyss of Demons so much more dangerous than the Cursed Library? Well, first off, there's lava inside it. Same lava you see here in the realm. This one, which deals 45 damage on contact, exists in the Abyss of Demons. And traversing it can be quite difficult unless you're going through the stone path. There you go, Abyss of Demons. Let's talk about it while we're here. The modifiers are very interesting, so yeah, lava actually deals 60 damage, damn. And let's see what we can do about it. Treasure room is free like that? Okay, so let's talk about treasure room. Treasure rooms are not guaranteed. You'll probably not find one right first thing in the dungeon. You might not even find in the whole dungeon. It's kind of rare. You have this beside over here, and you will find the treasure room sometimes going up. They can only generate up from wherever you are. So you can find it going down or right or left. Excuse me, demon. But yeah, let's fight it and you see what's up. First off, it will block off the exit with lava. And we'll try to paralyze you with the shots. I'll not tank the shots for you to see because I don't want to get paralyzed and possibly risk the run. But yeah, it's not very difficult and it has this spiral pattern that you just go around and around. Or not because the lava blocks the way. But yeah, when you defeat it, you'll get a guaranteed potion of vitality and a guaranteed potion of defense. Which is very good. Then we'll turn back the lava into walkable paths. And then you're free to leave. So let's go through the rest of the dungeon. I will not explain most enemies, but the basics is they try to jump in your face and shoot at you. Some enemies shoot harder than others. I know there's an enemy here that deals 120 damage per shot. That can be quite dangerous. Some of them are very fast. They are the main herders. And yeah, you may find some spare white demons here and there. Not spare, but natural, native. I don't know what the wording is. What they use for the white demons specifically. They can drop the potion of attack, just like in the round. So in this dungeon, you're potentially looking at 3 different pots you can find. Potion of attack, potion of defense, and potion of vitality. Only potion of vitality being guaranteed among them. Unless you find the treasure room, which we just found. Which means you get also a guaranteed potion of defense and a second potion of vitality. Here you go, we found a dead end. Dead ends are very common in the Abyss of Demons. You'll find plenty of them trying to find the boss unless you're very good at guessing. Which I'm not. So yeah, we're gonna have to brute force this one. Because there's no, as far as I know, there's no map reading to know where to go. And actually, I don't trust map reading at all. Some people say you can map read in the Lost Halls, but accept the obvious like, oh, don't go straight to the treasure room, otherwise you find pots or MBD while we'll defend it. There's some people that are like, oh, if you go this way, you're gonna find pots. Oh, if you go this way, you're gonna find the enemy. But it's just not very obvious to where you need to go in the Lost Halls. And the same is true for the Abyss Demons. But here we are. We found the boss. The boss will be accompanied by 6 white demons around its pit. So I'm gonna defeat all of them before fighting Malphus. There's 3, this is 4. There's 5. And we're 6. Oh, 6 is in the middle. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, first, he'll drop some minis to go around and shoot. And then he'll try to follow you. I don't know if he tries to hug you, but I'm not gonna test it. Then he goes around the circle in the middle. Not very difficult to dodge. The main difficulty in this dungeon is the path to the boss. And then he goes big and tries to shoot you some more. But yeah, you defeat him and there's not much more to it. I thought this would be way longer than it was. Only 26 minutes. But we did find the dungeons very fast. Not some very interesting drops here, but we did get the potion of vitality we were looking for. And yeah, I think this will be it for today. Relaxing the body a little bit, stretching the body. So yeah, I am going to max vitality before the next episode. I don't know what I'm going to do next episode. I might play Terraria a bit to see if I can get some more excited screens out of me. But I will max vitality so we can get some nice gameplay of 6-8 characters, 6 out of 8. That means you have max 6 out of the 8 stats, the 2 left over being mana and health. So yeah, I will do that for the next episode. Thank you for watching. I think this time I will be back sooner than this time because 2 weeks is a long time. But yeah, I think I'll be back soon. Bye bye.